Hello everyone, and welcome back for more Neyyah. So I regrettably forgot to save my game at the end of the last stream, but I'm not too choked about that because I didn't really, or last stream, last recording, last session. I forgot to save at the end of last session, but I'm not too choked about that because I didn't really accomplish all that much. So I just quickly went through and did all the same steps again that I did then. I went and I put the yellow Paida into the Paida holder for the shield thing that's meant to keep out the fish in the heater area. So I have still not looked at any hint for this game, and up to this point, you know, obviously I've used the journey tools, but I didn't really get anything out of that experience. And that's all I've used. So I'm going to give this one more swing. One more real good swing, one more shot at this to try and figure this out without a hint, because I really want to, right? And again, I do feel like I am just missing a place that I can go, because the only kind of unresolved puzzle that I have is the transportation towers, which might be what I'm supposed to do next, but I'm actually going to decide not to hyper-focus on those, because I'm realizing I don't even know what I would expect to happen there once I got it right. You know, I don't know. There doesn't really seem to be any other machinery around those. You know, I guess I would just expect it to confirm that I did it, but it wouldn't, you know, actually do anything for me because Hold on, what's this? Oh, the Kula Paida. Yeah, it's just showing me that I have this. Or, not that I have this, but that it's visible. I guess just to get us familiar with this concept. Hold on, is there stuff here that I didn't... Oh, I can't click these. I must have done this already. I forget what this even did. Oh, and there's a ladder down. But yeah. I don't even know... Like, obviously, I know what they do. They open up a portal, right, for a Jalood. But I wouldn't expect that to be done right now, because Smollox is not supposed to come here yet. So, and I assume that's what that's for, is that he can make it here? So, you know, it's actually maybe not such a big deal that I can't solve that right now. So this is for this rail. Now, one little tidbit of information I did get out of the journey tools. Actually, I'm just going to check my recording a second, because I just got a weird lag. Okay, we are back. Macrium Reflect just decided to start a backup of my hard drive on me. I have just put that on pause so I can play this game in peace and not worry about my video just, you know, not having, you know, having frame drops because it can't save to the hard drive fast enough. But anyway, what I was saying was, one of the very few tidbits of information, or I guess things that the journey tools made me consider, is that maybe I should actually try and power the, you know, gate thing in the harbor. I kind of dismissed it as just, you know, this is here because it's here for story reasons, but maybe there is something more to be done there. So that is one idea I had. I've seen this note before, obviously. Yeah. Also, I realized this is probably how I was meant to get the plant hint. Now. Also, at some point, I don't think I ever, you know, actually said this out loud, but at some point I realized that I am probably the old one in this story. Is there nothing that I can do with this, with this, Kula? Or is it a Kula Pieta? Whatever this is. Can I not, like, take this out and do something with it? Why is this here? Okay. That probably is just, it's like controls for the tracks there, which don't do anything anymore because the tracks are busted. That's my guess. Or I already did that puzzle and I forgot what it even did. That's another possibility. Because it was a very long time ago that I first explored this area. That was the start of this game, you know? Yeah. Well, they really do get every angle here that is reasonable to look at. It's actually kind of impressive. I totally understand why this game is 32 gigabytes now. Because, of course, all of these images, they're in HD, you know? So they're all high res. And, yeah, there's nothing to do here, really. No, what? Wait, okay, hold on. What is the point of these telescope things, actually? I've seen a few of these around. Are these, you know, relevant to a puzzle anywhere? Because I have seen all these telescope things around, and I've not paid them much attention. But, of course, this game, you know, and all games like this are all about paying attention to small things. So I assume this is not just, you know, a visual detail. There is a pipe going into this. What is this for? Obviously, this room is boarded up. I can't even go in here. Like, I've opened this numerous times. There's nothing here. This is just, you know, it's a place that is referred to in the story, but, am I supposed to observe something in here? There are colors on the wall there. I have so many color patterns written down that without context of, like, you know, this specifically for this, I cannot just assume that any given color pattern I see in the world is relevant. Obviously, I get that's what the you know, train would go into, because it goes into this building, right? So again, it's probably just old and decrepit because this whole system doesn't work because of the shield that fell on it. And there is like a control panel over there, which I kind of assume, you know, there's a pipe coming out of it, but for the same exact reason that I just stated, that this whole thing is busted, this is all kind of irrelevant. It's just kind of, oh, we did pull that switch, but it opened the, what did that open? It did open something that I needed to open at some point in time. I remember that. Yeah, it goes up there. Right, that was a puzzle at one point in time. Okay, I do believe I actually pressed that button and solved that puzzle. That I did that. Whatever that was. And yeah, this is where I picked up that map. I remember that. So this all feels very, you know, exhausted. I've done it. Okay, if I go that way, I have to do the long vehicle rides. Let me go this way. Also, this is just the faster way to the harbor in general, is to go back here. Whoops. Oh yeah, I guess I should check... I should check in these things. I think there was only a mask in here. I don't think there was anything else to do here. And yeah, there's the ladder that I climbed once to get up and pull the lever, which is necessary for getting the secret office, but at the time I forgot I read that, so I was just kind of like, what did I just do? Yeah, these are all just going to be empty, right? Or, well, they have masks in them, but... like, yeah, what do you want me to say? It's a mask. Yeah, they wouldn't be so mean to hide something in one of these without a hint to it. I mean, they did put a mask that you can grab in just one of the stores, but I found it immediately. Yeah. I really don't feel like it's totally necessary to look, 90 degrees at every location, right? But they offer me the option in some places, so I kind of want to do it. Okay, back here. Let me go back to this building over here, and I'm really curious, actually. I wonder if there is a place that I can use... like, I have one Neyyah left in my inventory right now. I wonder if the place I can use it is locked off to me, or if it is currently accessible to me. I really wonder that. I really do wonder that. Okay, let me head straight to the tower and work backwards. Hold on. Because, yeah, there was something in the journey tools just like, I wonder if I can power this. Which makes me think I actually am meant to power this, so I can turn this. That's the only thing I can do on the screen. And that, directs the power to this panel, obviously. Yeah, it rises, but then it just immediately falls again. And the same kind of happens with this. Yeah. So this is what I saw, and now I'm kind of wondering, is there something I can do to make this situation different? I thought, there was nothing I could do to change that. But I guess this is just permanently on now, because it is on, right? And nothing seems to be changing there, so it's powered. Wonder if there are then any pipes coming out of this building that I could potentially follow. Maybe? Let's see. This is just a 180-degree turn. There is a pipe visible here. Yeah. So I'm not so concerned about raising this thing, although it would be kind of nice to walk out on that beach. I'm more concerned about this thing that the rail cart can go through, and can I, am I supposed to get through either of these portals here? Like those ones there that I can see? Because this must actually lead back to the spore docks. I thought mistakenly that it would lead back to the place where this would just crash into the ocean because the rails had collapsed. But I'm pretty sure because we've seen an identical thing at the spore docks. So hold on, there is a pipe coming out of this tower. That one goes off in that direction. Yeah. And this one goes probably towards those two things. I don't see a power intake to the tower, though. Unless that's the power intake, what's coming out the back there. Yeah, so I can go down here, but nothing is really, changing. I don't think, I can't just walk forward here on those rails. It would be really nice if I could, but I cannot. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, when did this become unlocked? This is unlocked now? Huh. So wait, we can raise and lower this now. Oh, wait, so these things down here are... Wait, why am I able to pull this? I can pull it? So when I zoom in on this, there's a lock here. Is this just a bug? Because when I zoom out, it's not there. Apparently this is interactable now. I thought this was just permanently locked in place. Okay. Well, send it. Which way will it go? To the right. Can we actually just... No, we cannot just walk out here now. Maybe I thought it was just the cart was just in the way, but I guess that doesn't really make sense. You could just get in it then, right? So it's not really an obstacle. Okay. So I guess because I pulled the lever in the tower upstairs, that must have turned on. Well, that's already better than I was expecting to find. Like, I was really not expecting to find anything to do today. But I guess I need to head back to the spore docks, because now I assume that will be there. Also, this means that there are... I got an achievement for going in that boat, and now I got an achievement for sending that cart off. So there are two achievements right next to each other. I wonder if the developer was curious about how long it would take in between these two events. Because obviously this achievement is easy, you just have to step in the boat. And for me, it took a very long time to realize that I could actually send the cart off, because it looked like, to me, that it was just physically sealed off. Like, the levers just would never move because there was like a lock around the base of them. So, does this do anything now? No? What about this? We still can't get out there. Honestly, though, it doesn't look like there's much of a beach there, so that probably doesn't really matter. Alright. Okay, well that's significant. I need to go back to the spore docks. Let's try and be more thorough here then, because apparently I was still missing something here, which is surprising, but also not really that surprising, because this area is so visually complicated that I just miss things here. I still feel like I'm missing things here left and right. I would not be surprised if the last Neyyah spot is somewhere here. And I'm trying to observe details in the background here as well. Yeah, so I can walk out here. This is where I used one of my last Paitas, was out here, because I realized that I could use it here. Yeah, this is one of the last ones that I used. I should probably go up here one more time just to check that the bulk cabinet is not obviously in here. Because that's what's getting me now. I do not know where this bulk cabinet is. This is a puzzle I solved already. It was to do with the binoculars, which we activated. They were properly activated, so I've done this already. And now, the only real loose end on the Falitsu Island is the Volk cabinet. We know for sure it exists because the computer said 4 sensors are activated. So there is a sensor that, the sensors I assume are what I call screws. Hold on, what's that button? I saw a button out of the corner of my eye. What is this? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe the timing on that. Okay. It was here the whole time, and I was right. It's in close proximity to the Volk Tower. You really had to notice that and think that to find this. I feel like... holy moly, that's so well hidden. That is so well hidden. Man, that screw in Vamir's office is evil. Because, okay, I guess, this isn't a screw. But it leads you on. It makes you think there's not going to be one on Falitsu Island. So I have to write this down. So, we know Falitsu. We know the position of the sun. It's on the left this time. We obviously know location's a flat line, because we confirmed that. And then the temperature. What number is that? We know that dot means 10, right? So... I'm looking from where I wrote down, yeah, my list of numbers there. So this is probably 30, because the left number is 3, and it has a dot next to it, and we know that 1 with a dot next to it is 10, so I'm thinking this is 30 degrees. Which, is kind of surprising. Scarglidi is actually hotter than this area at 36 degrees. But I suppose it could always be that this is just a cooler than average day. Because I thought that Felizu Island was meant to be the hottest place, but... Or maybe I'm misremembering that. Maybe Small Axe just said in general that, the whole of Neyyah was very hot. So yeah. 30 degrees, Felizu. It doesn't really matter if I am interpreting these numbers correctly, because all that matters is that when I input them in the Lodvik Tower, I assume it's probably going to ask me for them in this format, and like in the number system, and I just need to be able to translate it back the same way that I'd written down. So as long as when I convert them to Arabic numbers, it is my understanding of the number system, as I understand it right now, then it'll be correct as a solution. Holy moly. I can't believe that. Look at this. It's in the corner. I noticed it just out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what is this? What is this button? Oh, I'm so satisfied with that, but also... Now what? Now what am I supposed to do? Because I know the things to enter into the Lodvik Tower, but I still can't get into the Lodvik Tower. Oh yes, right. I just sent a cart off from here. I suppose I should check that before I complain about being stuck. I don't want to forget about that. That's important. That is now probably at the spore docks, if my understanding is correct. And I suspect that puzzle might then have something to do with the spores that I picked up in the mines. Maybe then I will get to use them. I don't know why I would get to use those with the cart there and not with it not there, but... I'm just double checking. What was this again? This I'm done with, because it's been deactivated for me. I did use it at one point. I forget exactly what for. And this is just kind of here. It's just here to get you excited that you found something important, but it's actually just, here for lore reasons. Like, I don't believe that this is telling me anything that I need to know. Okay. Let's go to the spore docks. There's actually an active, whatever they're called, an active spot right here. Yeah, let's use this. We have to go to the heater chambers because we cannot go straight to the spore docks. So go there. Okay, let's go to the spore docks. Now, let me just, extra confirm this is not open. No. Oh, wait. Wait, I can just walk in here? When did this become unlocked? Was this unlocked the entire time? I thought this was just locked. What? I totally thought this was just a locked room, and I couldn't get in. Okay, well, we have yet another thing that we can explore. I thought I tried clicking on that door and it just didn't move. I don't know when that unlocked, or if I'm just misremembering that. Oh, well, there's my last Neyyah spot. Well, shoot, now everything's going to become clear. Okay. I don't really want to mess with this yet, because I just want to confirm that I sent off the cart to the Spordox. Because this is actual endgame stuff. And, I'm worried that I'm going to actually end the game here before I get a chance to look at that and see if there's anything interesting that's changed at the Spordox. So let me leave this, but definitely remember that this is here. Man, how did I miss that? How did I not, try clicking that door? I think I literally just didn't try clicking on it. I don't know why I had it in my head that was locked. Maybe I even did go in there, I don't know, and just totally forgot and misremembered as being locked. I legitimately don't know. When I edit this series for YouTube, I'm gonna facepalm if... Oh. Hello? Are you the same bird that was in the other place? I mean, obviously it's the same species, but is it literally the same bird? The same animal? I'm gonna facepalm so hard if when I'm editing this, I actually walked in there. Okay, so this is here now. Oh. We can put an item inside this now. We couldn't in the other place. What? Oh, is this to do with... The safe! The safe! That's right! The metal safe, you can open it by sending it through a portal. This type of portal slices them open. I didn't realize that's why we're doing this, but now I remember reading that. I totally forgot about that. Okay, and now we can send this back, and on the other side the safe will be open. Dude, that's genius. I totally forgot about reading that. Okay, well, that's all that's here. I now kind of want to go check if the bird is gone from the other place, or if it's still there, because I'm wondering if it's literally the same bird that, you know, it found its way out of there and snuck in here. Oh right. I need to turn this on for that to work. Okay. Yeah, so obviously I have a motivation now to go back to the other place. Let's open up that safe. Oh man, it feels so good to not be stuck anymore. I now have actual avenues to pursue. 2 different avenues to pursue, in fact. But I have exhausted all the Neyyahs in my Neyyah case. So I think I'm almost done this. I was totally expecting to go at this for like another hour. You know? I was expecting this would take you know, or even more than that, like another hour, another 2 hours before I actually discovered anything of note. So the journey tools really did help, actually, because they put me back on the idea that I could actually potentially power that thing, power the rail cart there, whereas I just dismissed it as being an unimportant area, or not an unimportant area, but just like not puzzle relevant. Just there because the story demanded it. Okay, now I'm back here. I'm curious, is the bird still on that platform or no? Did it get up and recover? I still hear it breathing, so no, it's a different bird. I thought maybe it was conceivable that it could have gotten up and, maybe, it sounds like it's hurt, but maybe it was just sleeping, and then it got up and went through the portal, because it's pretty close by to where it was sleeping. Like, this portal here is pretty close by, but maybe they're just common to this area, right? Those birds. Or there's a nest of them nearby. So now I come back here, and what do you know? Safe is open. Oh, and it's cleanly open, too. That's funny. And this key, that is to lower the Neyyah. Okay, that is going to be, like, one of the last steps before the small locks thing. I should go back to the old factory guard tower to check if I can use that key there before doing anything else. Let's switch the power back on this, by the way. I don't know if it'll have any relevance, but I probably should, just in case, because I do want it now that that's done, and I've definitely done this, I want that going out to the walkway. I'm kind of glad I didn't look up a hint for this. I did not look up any hint online, to be clear. I figured this out on my own just now. I did use the journey tools, and, I will show myself using the journey tools in the video, but I did not, use any external help, outside of the game. Just those journey tools. And I'll show the extent of my using it in the video. Also, I assume that the button there then in the harbor for revealing that sensor, the Volk cabinet for this area, I assume that button is then taken from the dome elevator, right? Do I want to go this way? Hold on, I think I don't want to go this way. I'm being absent-minded now. Where do I want to be? The old factory guard tower, which is through the Velotron machine, which is... It's out on the beach, so yeah, I think I want this portal. No, that one. There, this goes to the dome area. I want this one here. Yeah, so I kind of wish there was a faster way to get to the old factory. I realize that it's, intentionally very well hidden. But this is a bit of a process to go this whole way every time. I understand, of course, it's, the Pelska portal only goes to the portal destinations, so obviously there is no way to integrate it into that. It would be really nice if it was, but it wouldn't make any logical sense. So I get them making you do this. I want to check if the key that I just got can be used here. Right? Because I don't want to commit... I'm actually going to save 1 second. I don't want to commit to anything too big yet. Let's save this. Yeah, so this takes the key, right? Or does it not? Maybe it doesn't. No, it just checks if the thing is lowered yet. Okay. So I actually don't want to be here yet. Alright, so I do have to actually commit to lowering it before coming here. It just, that just freaks me out a bit, because I understand that lowering the Neyyah, once I do that, I'm on a bit of a time pressure, aren't I? I mean, I don't know if I actually will be on a time pressure, right? Is this game going to measure with the timer whether I teleported there or not? I don't know, right? Like, it would be kind of funny if I lowered the Neyyah and then went to the old factory guard tower to read what I'm supposed to do, and the note is just like, what are you doing here? Just teleport as soon as you can to Minerva Point. But, because, you know, I'm worried that I have to, once I've lowered the Neyyah, get to Minerva Point as quickly as possible. Because I have the Palska portal, and I don't know if the game just gave that to me as a convenience to get around, or if, let me actually use the active point here. I don't know if it just gave that to me as a convenience to get around, or if this is actually something I'm forced to use to do something quick enough once Small X is arriving. Because it kind of sounds like it is. Also, I'm eating an apple. Okay. So, in that case, I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go to the Lodvig Tower. I'm gonna solve for that. Once I've solved for that, then I will go and to point A and lower the Neyyah, because I can do that, because I have the key to do it now. Okay, this is probably pertaining to what will allow us to get the Trondy counts. Okay, so that is on, whatever that is. We have turned it on, which probably is going to affect something back at the walkway. And I do have a mask. Will the game automatically... I'm assuming it'll automatically put that on for me when I enter this area. So let me use the key. Oh, right. This is how it works. Yeah, you use it on the place. Okay, let's go in here. So, what do we have? Huh, okay. So, this is where we confirm the correct solutions to the transportation tower is here. And once they're both correct, this will turn on. And I've already tried everything that I can think of that I can imagine as being correct. I mean, I guess I'll fool around on those consoles one more time. Oh! Hello. There's more. Okay, right. So this is stuff. Okay, this is where we're using the Veltron Neyyah for sure. Yeah, it's not going to be in here. That icon is a bit of a thing to throw you off because it actually wants this. For sure. For absolute certain. But we still can't turn it on. Yeah. Man, that's sneaky to make that, to give you the Neyyah icon there. You really have to be paying attention. You have to be on the ball for this. Sensor monitor? Sensor monitor. Sensors inactive. Electromagnetic charge required. Okay, I'm getting the sense I really have to... Do I have to lower this first? I don't know. Okay. So I have seen contraptions that look like this around, and those apparently are the sensors. This is not interactable. We can zoom on it, but that's it. Why do I get a feeling that there's going to be like a zap of electricity that crosses here? Okay. This is a really busy screen, so I'm just checking. This is a nice view. Yeah, so... Okay, this portal, right, the thing is going to lower through this portal, and it's going to come in here. I get that's what that's showing me. There's a pipe coming out of this building that comes to here. And is there anything else? So much of this looks like it's clickable, but it's not. Yeah, and that, you know, that thing there, it's obviously telling me that, you know, the Volt cabinets, right, are relevant here, which I already knew. I knew that they were for this, but I don't see where to input them yet. Yeah. This does not come up, right? No. It's just reminding you that you're in the Ludwig Tower, in case you didn't already know. Okay? There is something else here. Hold on. Oh, this is old and decrepit and doesn't work anymore. Alright. So this is the new replacement. And this... It needs the transportation tower codes. I can't figure them out. I can't figure out the colors. Okay. Well, now that this is on, maybe there is something I can do somewhere else now. Where's the exit? How do I get out? Oh, right, down the elevator. Yeah. Okay. We've activated that, right? We've turned on the Ludwig Tower connection. Is there now stuff in here that is different? Can we use, like, the Holtish servers or anything like that, right? I should check.